Happy Cinco de Mayo, Eagles Nation. Welcome to today's edition of BirdBuzz. I'm your host, Hellmann here. Going to answer some questions from y'all. And I'm telling you, before I even get into these questions, how exciting is it to be an Eagles fan right now? I mean, we got our franchise quarterback. You got the Sam Bradford drama. It's literally, it's like a soap opera. It's like a soap opera mixed with like a MTV reality show, Jersey Shore kind of thing. You got all this drama going on. We don't even know who's going to be the Week 1 quarterback. It could be any of these three guys. Carson Wentz could ball out in training camp. You could put him in. Chase Daniel could be it just because no one's there. Or Bradford could be the quarterback too. So I just want to say, I just think it's an awesome time to be an Eagles fan right now. And what would normally be like a slow, boring part of the offseason, just the drama never stops, and it keeps us engaged. At least it keeps us, happy with what's going on in the team. So I think it's awesome, even though it's probably not for the right reasons. But I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to read about. So I think, at least, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, let's go to the questions though. First one is from at Philly fan page. He asks, when did you decide that this was the team for you? Honestly, I mean, my dad raised me an Eagles fan, but really, I don't really have too much memories of the Eagles before they drafted Donovan McNabb, before they won that first playoff game against the Bucs in like 2000 under Andy Reid. Like, that's honestly like the first really like good memory I have of the Eagles. And I was 10, which is weird. I don't remember stuff when I was little. I don't know. I don't really remember anything before I was 5. My mom says that's not normal. It's a whole different topic. But yeah, I'd say when Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid joined forces, that's when I really got into the Birds. At Ms610 asks, the only question I have is, Carson, are you ready to go to work? Let's get it done, young man. We're all behind you. Yeah, dude, Carson Wentz. I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't feel good about it. I know people didn't feel good about the trade now, but now that Wentz is here and we made it happen, seems like everyone's on this Wentz wagon, man, and it's awesome. At Showtime 804 asks, do you think this Bradford saga is good for Wentz? Since he'll get more valuable time on the field, could he start Week 1? Showtime, I'm assuming you mean if Bradford leaves. I mean, I think either way, there's positives to Bradford staying, there's positives to him leaving. Obviously, the positive of him staying is, the Eagles will be a little more competitive, and there's no pressure on Wentz to learn. If Bradford leaves, maybe he gets some action a little later in the second half of the season, and we can actually see him come out and actually see our second overall pick play this year. Could he start Week 1? He would really have to have an awesome training camp for them to feel so, or and Bradford would have to be on for that to happen as well. At the Great White Mexican asks, do you feel that Bradford is hurting his stock in the NFL more than he's helping himself by not participating in the workouts for the offseason program? Bradford's being a punk. He's being a punk right now. He's being a baby back. You know what? I don't like the curse on here, but seriously, Bradford, he is killing his stock right now because he's auditioning for all the other teams in the NFL right now. And this attitude, the first sign of adversity, competition, and he just decides to just put on his pouty face and just not play because he didn't get what he wanted, but he got $22 million, and he's going to complain that he doesn't have a fair shake? Dude, it's not going to work out here, but you're playing to get a job somewhere else. No team would take you right now because if they would have, you would have signed the contract in free agency. The point is you have to prove yourself a little bit before you can be a franchise quarterback. That's how it works. You had your chance when you drafted. You got hurt, and it's unfortunate, but you need to prove yourself. A 7-game stretch is not enough to be an NFL starter, a legitimate long-term NFL starter. Look at RG3. At It's Miles asks, if Wentz somehow becomes a starter this year, how do you think it will play out? I think Wentz could come in and win a few games for us. I think that they're going to be running the ball a lot this year, and this offense seems like it's going to be very just why watching Alex Smith and stuff play, I think it's going to be a very in the Chiefs offense, I think it's going to be a very manageable offense. I don't think the quarterback is going to be called on to do anything too crazy. So I do think Wentz could come in, win a couple games for us halfway through the season. So if Bradford's not here, I do think Wentz could win us a few games for sure. At Tom's going to kill me. At Aresco, asked Tom Aresco, my co-host, his questions. Sorry, Tom. Who is your favorite Philadelphia Eagle on each side of the ball and your least favorite player on each side of the ball? Also, which positional coach do you think will have the toughest job this season? I'm sorry I butchered your personal Twitter handle, Tom. Favorite Eagle on offense is got to be Carson Wentz, because it's a new guy. I mean, come on, how can it not be? I mean, if I couldn't pick Carson Wentz, I'd pick Jordan Matthews. Least favorite, it used to be my favorite, Sam Bradford, because he's just being a baby right now. Sam Bradford or Jason Peters, because Jason Peters still thinks he's amazing, and while he's going to be All Pro, Hall of Famer, dude, you're on the decline a little bit. Least favorite player on defense, I just did them out of order. Favorite player on defense, definitely Malcolm Jenkins. Least favorite player on defense, that's a tough one. I would probably say, Michael Kendricks, just because he hasn't really lived up to his contract. But I do like Michael Kendricks. I think, some injuries hit him, but I had to say that. But that's a tough one. I do like everyone for the most part on this defense. And then what positional coach do you think has the toughest job? Oh, definitely Dave Filipino, our quarterbacks coach. He's like a single mother right now. He's got 3 kids. Bradford, who's like the spoiled rich punk who was the firstborn child, and basically he got everything. He got all the gifts and stuff like that, and then boom, Carson Wentz came along, and so Carson Wentz is gonna be the baby. So they're kind of spoiling him and being like, oh, not really spoiling him, but treating him, giving him the extra love that he needs, because he's a new guy and he's gonna come in, and he's gonna make everyone proud. And then you have Chase Daniel, who's the middle child, who's just like, cool, I'm here. I'm content. It's whatever. So, I mean, he's got 3 people to manage right now, and all 3 of them could be the start. Any 3 of them could be the starter next year, and it's just a lot of personalities for a situation where you don't know who your starting quarterback is going to be next year exactly. So, he's got a tough job ahead for him. He definitely has the hardest job of any positional coach. Next question. At that Ninja Zay asks, who will win the corner job, Jalen Mills, Ja'Cory Shepard, or someone else? I think Mills will win the job. You know what? I agree with you, Zay. I do think Jalen Mills has this big chip on his shoulder. I do think he could come in and definitely win the nickel job. Anything's possible, but they're really high on Jalen Mills right now because they feel like they stole him in the 7th round due to his character issues. And I think this kid going to the NFL, he might mature a little bit. And the dude's definitely talented, and he can't get in it. He's not getting in at safety anytime soon with Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod. So I mean, unless one of them gets hurt, God forbid, but he's gonna try and find his way on the field. The guy wants to play. I know he doesn't want to sit on the bench. He played a lot in college, so I think he could work himself into that cornerback position for sure. Last question, JBrad13 asks, do you think Chase Daniel should be the starting QB due to his knowledge of Peterson's offense, even though he hasn't started that many games? If Bradford's here, Bradford's your guy. Bradford's, he's got to be the starter. But Chase Daniel, I do think he doesn't need to start week 1. As much as I would like to see Carson Wentz roll out there week 1, I just don't know. If that's like the right move. If you really want to force him in, because listen, I want the Eagles to win as many games as possible. But the reality is the Eagles are not going to win a Super Bowl next year, but they're building towards it. They're definitely on the right track. So I don't think you need to rush Carson Wentz in week 1 and be like, all right, we need you to go win 10 games for us this year. It's like, no, we don't need to do that. We need, if we can get like 8 or 9 wins, 10 would be great, maybe a playoff spot, but I mean, we just got to start, building towards something. So I don't think you can really force Carson Wentz in there week 1. So Bradford is in here. Chase Daniel's absolutely the quarterback of all 3 of them are here. Sam Bradford's still your starting quarterback. Thanks for joining. That is all the questions. Thank you for joining me, guys. I will see you on Monday for the weekly chirp. Enjoy the rest of your Cinco de Mayo. Be safe. Have fun. I'm actually going to go see Captain America Civil War, so you guys should probably do that too. It looks like a good flick. So yeah, guys, I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there this Sunday too. See you guys next time.